Rock,
he's fucking himself as nuts.
I want
me to do.
I want you to dive into the next story. Biggest story out there right now, the Italian cruise ship. Because you, of all people, I mean, you've been consistent each week with the mafia movie lines. Okay, the background on your phone is Juventus. So, with all your Italian sauce that's in your system,
yes,
I want you to just lay into this story with everything you got.
So basically, the Costa Concordia is a cruise ship that goes around Italy.
Sideways, apparently.
The captain decided to bring the ship close to fucking shore, so the crew and everybody on board could wave to their families that were basically on shore.
That's
right.
Nice.
He basically hit fucking the bottom of like the coast.
May I interrupt real quick?
Sure.
The weird part about this is that every time a cruise ship embarks on its first adventure,
right,
they break a champagne bottle. Classic thing.
Right.
They went to break the champagne bottle on this cruise ship, and it didn't break.
Oh, bad
and
luck.
Being super Italians, we all know Italians are superstitious as fuck.
Sure.
And this is what happened. So go ahead, Rocco, go on.
So anyway, the ship ends up hitting a rock. It basically rips the hull open. And, yeah, I think about 11 people confirmed dead. Another 21 missing. So, you know, they're pretty much done.
Right.
It's going to be a search and, you know, retrieve mission rather than search and rescue pretty soon.
Right.
But, this asshole...
Right. Get into it, Rocco.
Left ship.
Left the ship.
Now, as the captain of a ship...
Right.
You must stay on the ship.
That's the
no
whole
matter what, until everybody's off.
On the movie Titanic, the captain went down with the band.
It's law.
Don't you feel that that's a bit antiquated?
No, it's not a bit antiquated. It should happen. You're the captain of the ship.
I know. I understand that. I understand that.
$250,000 a fucking year to float this thing around the world.
I had a conversation.
One of the best jobs in the world.
I had a conversation with my mother-in-law, and she was like, "I don't give a fuck. I would have jumped off the boat too."
Yeah, but as the captain of the ship, you have to stay on.
Right.
And the Coast Guard basically was laying into him on the radio saying, you gotta get back on the ship.
Do you have the, I think we have the audio. Mike, do you have the audio? George the Champ says, women and children, my ass.
That's right. Look at him. Look at his hair.
He has gorgeous hair.
He does have great hair.
Hello. Good evening, Commander.
This is obviously...
I'm Di Falco from Livorno. I'm speaking with the Commander. Yes, good evening, Commander Di Falco. Tell me your name, Commander
George the Champ says he looks Albanian.
Schettino? Yes. Listen, Schettino. There are people who are trapped on board. Now you go with your lifeboat under the bow. There's a Jacob's ladder. You go up that ladder and get on board the ship. You go on board and you then tell me how many people there are. Is this clear? I am recording this conversation, Commander Schettino.
And he warns him.
Right, Commander.
Like, listen, douche, I'm going to make you look like an asshole
loudly.
if you don't go fucking back on the boat.
But he should.
The ship now... Commander, please speak loudly.
Shacklebolt once as he was trying to get back on the ship, but his greasy Italian hair was too slippery. Is
that clear?
Oh, no. Fucking dick.
Commander.
Commander.
Right now, but the ship is inclined. I've understood that. Now listen to me, there are people who are coming down that ladder. Now you go up that ladder instead. You go on board and you tell me how many people there are and what they have on board.
Matt Stowe says he looks like an Italian Howie Mandel.
Tell me if there are children, women or people who need help.
He's like, but I gotta go home and make it a song.
It's no good. I cannot go on the ship. It's going down. I gotta make it a sauce. I gotta slice of the garlic.
You want to save yourself,
putting a rubber glove
but I will
over
make
his
sure
head.
that you will be in serious trouble.
You have
Go
to protect
on board.
that hair. You have to protect this perm.
Commander, please. No, please. Now you go on board. Please reassure me that you are going on board.
And the guy's like, tell me you're going back on that boat. We're gonna cut it, Mike.
But the best part of the story was...
I don't know what this is.
Weird
I guess it's live.
Anyway, best part of the story was he said he fell off the boat when it listed and fell into a life raft.
That's what he said. Wow.
Yeah, that's bad.
Wow. Wait.
Bad.
Who's gonna believe that crock of shit? Really?
Unbelievable.
I stepped down a cannelloni and I fell over the side.
Mario!
Could you
Mario! And then they have, I guess, I don't know, supposedly after he got to land, they had him hopping in a cab and like taking off.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he got out of there.
It's unbelievable.
What, did he fall into the fucking cab too?
He went to the nearest grocery store to get Francesca Rinaldi sauce.
Super depeche. But however, that's fucking horrible. As a captain,
It's
but you
stupid.
brought that point. It's a little antiquated. Like, let's be honest now. Let's call it the way it is. Are you going down with the ship?
Yes.
Rocco, you're saying
You
yes.
go
No,
down with the
no
ship.
question. That's it.
That's how it goes.
I feel like a little scoogeel. Let me get out of here.
That's how it goes, man. You go down with the ship. Or you wait for everybody to get off.
I mean, they were close enough to shore. It was only probably like 20 feet of fucking water.
Von Whiskey on the line. Let's go to it.
go.
Our good friend, Mr. Von Whiskey's online. What's going on, man?
Not much, not much. I cannot agree with you guys that you would go down with the ship.
You'd hop off?
Oh, hell yeah, I don't know how to swim. I'd be on that first lap raft getting the hells out of there.
But as a captain of a ship, and Rocco said you're making buco bucks, you're making big money. That's like your one job. That's like being a fireman.
No, you
and
can
not
marry
going-
people too.
But that's like being a fireman and not going into a fire to save
Right.
people.
Listen, as the code of a captain, you're supposed to go down with the ship.
You mean the
Yeah,
code
but
that's been the same code for 700 years?
Yeah, but that's awesome.
It's
That's a fucking awesome thing to have.
It's
Hey,
a
I'm from
man.
Canada. We got
It's a
shitty
man
Navy.
thing. It's a fucking. It's a cock measuring thing.
Right.
But I think if you were faced with it, you'd jump into a fucking lifeboat.
Von Whiskey, what are you gonna say, bro?
I said, I'm from Canada. We got a shitty Navy.
All right, Von Whiskey, thank you so much for all the love that you
Thank
give the
you,
show.
Von.
Man.
Thanks for
Keep it
Skype
going, guys.
calling
Keep it
in,
going.
and thanks for being in the chat room, and we appreciate all the tweets and everything. Mr. Von Whiskey, everybody, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Our
thank
first
you.
caller, always a pleasure to hear from him, showing some love on the phone and the chat room. But I just thought we should definitely, it's the biggest story out there right now.
Mike, can we
Yeah,
call
it's all-
somebody on Skype?
You want to Skype at somebody?
Let's call somebody.
We should do that. We'll do that after the break. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Coming up, Mark Wahlberg, a real-life superhero or just a big douche? And our newest freak to join the Freak Show. It's all coming next on the Vinny Brusco Show on ZenLive.tv.